I guarantee you will see no calls for comprehensive universal background checks for butter knives. Guarantee. This is from CNN, happened yesterday, but it was recently updated as of this morning at 1:43 GMT. An employee stabbed 5 people at a Florida workplace after a dispute, Tallahassee police say. The suspect in a mass stabbing Wednesday at a Florida workplace is facing charges of attempted homicide, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without the intent to kill, according to court records. Which I find kind of funny when you're trying to stab somebody and charges without the intent to kill. Seems a little fishy. Antoine D. Brown, 41, is accused of stabbing 5 coworkers with a folding knife at Dyke Industries, Tallahassee police said. Brown sought out his victims, police said. Now notice how they wrote this. They could have easily not wrote it this way. This basically looks like a 4th grader wrote this paragraph. He faces 5 counts of attempted homicide and 1 count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without the intent to kill. Okay, they've already stated that up here. Why put it right here? CNN, you need to get your crap together. All 5 stabbing victims were taken to Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare. Earlier, the hospital said it had taken 6 patients from the attack. 1 patient is in serious condition, 2 patients are fair condition, and 2 patients are in good condition, a statement from the hospital read. Dyke Industries manufactures doors and is the largest online retailer of wood, steel, fiberglass exterior, storm and patio doors and door products in the USA Today. Brown tried to flee this building after the attack, said Steve Outlaw, the interim Tallahassee police chief. Several employees armed themselves with whatever they could, engaged the suspect, and held him on the ground before officers arrived, police said. Brown was captured about a block away from the scene. Wait, what? Let's read that again. But several employees armed themselves with whatever they could, engaged the suspect, and held him on the ground before officers arrived. But then he was captured a block away from the scene? So did they keep him on the ground, or did they actually capture him a block away from the scene? Wow, okay. Terribly written. While the suspect apparently sought out his victims, there was no evidence that the attack was premeditated, Outlaw said. The motive of the attack remains unclear. Brown had worked at Dyke Industries for 3.5 months and had no known employment issues, police said. But Brown had some type of work dispute at work Wednesday morning prior to the attack, Outlaw said. Brown was asked to clock out as a result, the acting police chief said, without giving more details of the dispute. What a terribly written article. The suspect clocked out at 8:20 a.m., 17 minutes before police responded to a report of a stabbing. Brown is scheduled to appear at the Uline County Courthouse at 11 a.m. Thursday, authorities said. Other than this article being terribly written, and this person needs to go back to journalism school or whatever ITT Technical Institute this person went to, other than that, notice how you don't hear any Democrats out there, especially running for president, ever say, we need background checks for knives and folding knives and butter knives and paring knives and combat knives. No. Why? Because they're not going to. Because it doesn't fit their narrative. It's not as sexy as a gun violence. In my opinion, of course. Because gun violence is not sexy. But to people running for president, such as Robert Francis O'Rourke, he would say it was, and he would grandstand and do a little soft shoe for, to get more votes, sympathy, and to make sure he really cares about all of us, which is complete bullcrap. But again, this is workplace violence, and I think that's all it really. We'll see what happens. If there's something worth to update later, I'll update later. But again, just your standard workplace violence. But I don't agree with the not intent to kill. If you're trying to stab somebody, your intent is pretty much trying to kill that person. So that's all I got to say about that. Lazo out.